The period of 2006 was filled with highly enraged demonstrations due to the publication by a Danish newspaper of Mohammed's caricature. People all over were sometimes expressing their rage violently, whose aftermath was the death of hundreds during the riots. There have been other cases even in the recent past which have continually threatened political stability globally. It is challenging to overcome the barriers of ethnocentrism since people are socialized to reason in ways consistent with their cultural orientation. As such, it is almost impossible to design universal standards or codes of ethics that would be socially viable. Generally, the issue of publishing Mohammed's caricatures has deeply polarized the world ever since, and people on each side of the conflict were mystified by the reaction of the other. Colbert maintained that how people perceive wrong and right is dependent on their level of moral development and is highly influenced by culture. Cognitive abilities underlie moral reasoning and progress as the person grows and matures. The theory, a three-level model that attempts to capture moral reasoning across cultures globally. The first is the pre-conventional level, where an individual understands cultural rules and discerns between good and bad. The second is the conventional level, where people are able to identify themselves with a given group and social order. The last is the post-conventional level, where moral values are seen to exist separately from the authority of social groups that hold them. Critics of the Colbert formulated another set of principles, ethic of autonomy, community, and divinity, to fill in the gaps left by Colbert's theory. In this regard, Colbert's theory referred to as the ethic of autonomy and perceived morality in terms of freedom and violation of rights. In the discussion on moral intuitions, liberals and conservatives differ on the kinds of moral intuitions, although there is differences between them regarding protecting fairness. Treating people fairly is thus a universal concern. However, how people evaluate fairness can vary across cultures. Additionally, another perspective involves economic gains and fairness, which suggests the idea of fairness across the world. Another consideration consists of the most important between individual and the group's interest.